What's good, man? It's your boy Royalty Trades, top of the morning to your family. We had some earnings yesterday. We had Meta and we had uh Tesla. Meta, Tesla, and Microsoft. Okay, so for the most part, um, the earnings came out kind of flat. I expected Tesla to come out pretty flat, which we did pre-markets around there. Meta still is pretty flat. It's not too far up from yesterday's trading action. Some of this stuff is probably already priced in, people. Microsoft didn't hold up too well. It dropped all the way down to this 415, 416 level, and the dip got bought up, so now it's back around 424. I think when I first looked, it was back up to around 426. But we'll just have to continue to monitor that once the bell opens and the true price action starts to show itself. So let's go ahead and hop into our usual and look at the SPY. As you can see, it's still flat. SPY is still flat. It's still trying to push up to this 607 level. So it's it's consolidated. Partial fill down here, partial fill up here. It's still waiting for decisions to be made. I believe we have Apple earnings today, Thursday, and I think that's it. Yeah, as far as the Mag 7, I think we just have Apple earnings today. So we want to watch and see we want to see a move either down here or up here. Right now it's still trending to look like we're pushing up towards this supply level up here to 607. I hope that we do, so we can go ahead and get this out the way. But everything remains the same as far as yesterday, as far as our levels. We'll still be watching for some type of, if this breaks out above the 607 level. Yeah, so we still see this field all the way up to the top and it decides to continue to push. Then we're going to keep watching for this rejection level up here between 610 and 611. If we decide to break down, which we're trading in supply, we had a small supply level up here and we're getting back to filling that up to 604. 604.38. We can watch for the rejection here and possibly some more exhaustion since we're just not really moving too fluidly. And earnings didn't really help. So if prices decide to drop again, then watch for support around here at the 596 level. And if it breaks down below that, then we're going to see this. You're going to see this get filled actually down to 592.57. So that'll be the break of structure here at 596, and then the actual move to see the rest of the field down to 592.57. Below that underlying support, it'll be around this 589 level. So that's what we're gonna watch for going forth on the SPY today, with the high targets up here around 610 and the lows at 596 and more at 589. Heading into the SPY, the Q's about the same way. It's just kind of leading a little bit higher, and it is attempting to take out yesterday's weekly highs if we're looking at price action as of right now. So that's subject to change depending on how the market holds up going into opening bell. If we continue to trade to the upside, we still have an upside target around 529.14. If it continues to trade higher, we can see it respecting the trend and coming back down once it breaks above this level, rejects around here, and it starts to come back down to a support somewhere around here at the 523, 524 level. So we don't have any small gaps anywhere like we kind of saw on the SPY. But if we do continue to break down this whole support level that's been holding up right here between 520 and 519, if we lose these levels and we take out these lows right here at 517, then we could see prices come back down anywhere in these levels to 512 and see if this little bottom right here holds up. If it doesn't, we lose this level, price action breaks below 512. Watch for the move down to 507. Here's the bottom of the gap here at 505. So we're just going to have to see what type of moves we get going into today. We're going to see if it's some profit taking once the bell opens. Like I said, Meta looks like it was already kind of priced in. Tesla's flat. So, Microsoft is already pulling, some of the momentum down. So we're just going to have to see how this lines up and if there's going to be some profit taking on, Tesla and Meta, just because, the moves didn't pan out as expected once the earnings drop. So that's what I kind of have going in my brain right now. Even though it's possible we still make the move up, I'm just thinking since these two didn't play out and we're waiting on Apple, that they may try to load up on shares at lower prices, if you get what I'm saying. So let's definitely watch this down here. Watch support at 512 and then watch support down here at 507, which could lead to the gap fill around 505. So next up is NVIDIA. So we thought we was going to see a pretty good move on NVIDIA, and looking for this gap right here to get filled at 127. But with Microsoft, pulling the market down, it kind of affected NVIDIA's price action also, because we did see it trading as high as 127 yesterday pre-market, and now it's back down to the 122. We did see a bottom hold yesterday around 120. So we are kind of seeing higher lows. That's the good thing. So dip was bought at 116. The dip has been bought at 120. We'll just kind of have to see how everything breaks out or works out. Larger scheme of things. This is the bigger pattern that we're in on NVIDIA. Here's your trending support, and then here's your trending resistance right here. So we're just going to continue to watch how the price action plays out. Let's see if we can get back above this 124 level and hold and make the move back up into supply at 127.50. That'll be the target for the day to see how it holds up. But price action with semiconductors, it's just been kind of iffy this past week. So just watch for lows being taken out if we decide to drop back down. If we take out 120, we could see 116 be retested again. And if this trend breaks, then my next level of support is still down here around this 105 to 101 levels. So just watch out for that. We're going to look for this trend to hold. If it doesn't and it breaks below it, then we're going to see a move further down if tech decides to sell off more, or semis, watching SMH decides to break down even more. So I'm just looking at this. Morgan Stanley cuts his NVIDIA price target from 166 to 152, but keeps an overweight rating. Analysts have an average buy rating with a mean price of 175. So, I mean, when banks start changing things, then we could possibly see a shift in the momentum, or some consolidation at lower prices, kind of like we saw with Apple, before it decided to finally push up when it was trading around 218 to 220. So just look for a little consolidation. If we make the move low, I think it's a definite buy anywhere down here. Anywhere this break a trend here, I think we can definitely snatch up long call options going into earnings or shares in the meantime. And Tesla, like I said, it had a pretty flat earnings. Um, if you were in calls or puts to trade, it's probably cooked this morning with all of the data and the high IV over price premium. So that's why I said sometimes it's just safe to stay away from and let the price action do its thing, and then hop in and start trading after the fact. So what we're looking at is still trading within this trend right here. As far as resistance goes, continue to watch for resistance up here around 412. We make the move to the upside. If not, to the downside, we're still gonna have to look for support down here at 365.30, and that's if we start taking out these lows at 384. So looking at the bigger picture, I did have kind of um, a support level drawn out here that we'll just have to watch and see if it's respected. So we'll just watch that like this and see how this plays out in the bigger scheme of things. Um, like I said, right now, while the price action is starting to narrow down, this isn't good for anything for probably about day trades. I think if we come back down here around this 384 level and this still holds up, we could still see it. But I mean, this is a step up from closing price. So at least buyers are stepping in. This should open green. You know, typically something like this over here, we open green, fills the gap, and we come back up to the upside. It maintains this trend in here. So this is what we'll be watching for with Tesla. Premium should be priced in a whole lot better since all the guesswork is out the way, and they should be a little bit more affordable to go out the money and possibly go up. That's still this big unfilled gap up here, like 454, 453. So Tesla still has upside, but it also has some downside also. So these gaps right here are unfilled. Just got to be careful and then just play with the sentiment of the market. So um, that's all I'm gonna go through today. I'm not gonna hold you guys long. I just want to take a look at my usual four, give you guys my thoughts on what I think the market could do. Just because we kind of had a muted earnings and the market's not moving much, it's still awaiting economic data. It still doesn't really know how it's going to um, play out. We have Apple earnings. We're not really sure how this is going to play out. Bigger picture. Um, the bottom's here around 228. The top is up here around 270 to 268. We just have to take everything day by day. And if you're going to swing, swing long. Try to get you a couple months out so that way you can fight the theta decay, and the delta gives you an opportunity to make your money back once it starts moving to the upside. So it's your boy Royalty Trades. If you like it, go ahead and hit the like button for your boy. If you're new, subscribe to the page. I'm trying to keep these videos pumping daily, so I appreciate everybody for tapping in this morning. Get everything wrote up as usual, and I'll see you guys once the bell opens. Get you on the other side. I'm out.